Hey, this is Joe at Swing This Kettlebell and Strength, and as many of you might know, I used to be a competitive bodybuilder. And I get questions all the time about, do you still train for bodybuilding? Do you still train with barbells, certain things? So here, I'm going to start putting these things together and creating workouts that I continually do. Abso-freaking-lutely do I still train in some sort of structural building programs. But that's how I like to use kettlebells. There's a couple exercises I use with barbells because they just get more out of it than kettlebells. You can use kettlebells for modifying almost all of these exercises. But the same thing, why barbells are certainly better for certain types of movements, kettlebells are certainly better for other types of movements. I always felt that you should be using all different tools that you can. So I absolutely love lifting heavy, and when a kettlebell cannot be controlled in a way or a certain tempo or certain things like that, that's when I start using barbells. So that was a reverse grip bench press. I don't recommend a lot of people do that without a spotter. I have a lot of experience. Now, here's a MACE 360. You're probably wondering why you're using this for tricep workout. The MACE, as it drops behind your body, takes a lot of tricep work, a lot of eccentric loading and transitioning for that weight to not hurt yourself. Now I'm doing one arms. I think this is about 20 or 25 pounds. It's an 8X adjustable club. Definitely not want to do these if you're pretty new to these types of training, but like I said, it's not just bodybuilding. I'm using all sorts of stuff. As you can tell, I can feel this, and I do it because it feels great for me and keeps that shoulder open and working, connected, strength all around instead of just in single planes of motion. I know I have a shoulder rock from Kabuki Strength Labs, and that's an 8X club. So now here's a heavy lying tricep extension. So once again, I'm using a barbell for this. I have a lot of attachments. You could do, I'm not a big fan of fat grips for this, but I use, they sort of look like little grenades. They go where your palms are, and you can externally rotate your hands to get a better connection to them. But you can grab those. I'll put a link down at the bottom. But anyway, here I'm taking that pretty heavy right above my hair, lowering, touching the bench. Sometimes I go a little bit deeper, but for this weight, I don't want to go past the bench. Can you do these with kettlebells? Absolutely. But you should do them in 45-degree angle, proper kettlebell sport grip. It's like a false grip. People know that. Using false grip for kettlebells in this form, you can do it totally fine. Now, here's one of my absolute favorite, and is using Fatbells because of the size. Can you do them with kettlebells? Yes. But what I'm doing here, this is one of my absolute favorites. So I'm going to lower down. I'm going to roll over until they touch the ground and then extend. So I'm going to do this multiple times. So I got a number in my mind, and I'm going to hit it. So in this way, a lot of people think they look like a locomotive or something like that, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so anyway, 5 one way. Now the kicker is 5 the other. This nails so much muscle tissue, it's crazy. You're getting eccentrics in both ways, getting concentric. It's so much work. So a 5-to-1 set is 15, end up doing 30 of these. Now you can see the Fatbells just really work as they contour the shoulder. It's not a killer for the chest unless you're going fairly heavy and focusing on the chest, but I like to focus, triceps and shoulders there. Different speed. I sped that up a little bit for you so it wouldn't take 2 minutes to watch that. But as you can tell, there's that extension at the elbow, and there's a lowering down and reverse, rolling over. The triceps get kicked all over. Now, here's something else I like to do, is basically prone ladder, staggered ladder extensions. Some people can do these with TRX. It connects the whole front of your body. Your pecs, pec minor, delts, lats, everything while you're using the triceps. I enjoy building it, but at the same time I want to be functional. This helps me incredibly for mountain biking, things like that. But by having both hands in different areas, that staggered grip, that staggered connection, I feel that it really focuses you to balance out, make sure that you're getting even work. I mean, I have my left side is a little bit stronger. It's my non-dominant side, but I haven't injured it as many times as I have my right shoulder. So there's a lot of different things. Now I'm taking this one to failure, kind of like a rest pause set from old DC training, which is always and has been awesome. So I took 2 sets of that afterwards. Now here's the overhead kettlebell lockout. So basically I'm in a false grip there. Okay, it doesn't have to be a heavy weight. It's about 26 or 35, but I'm just nailing 10 to 12 of these, doing a couple sets. A lot of people, it's probably not the best for you to do if you have shoulder issues. I'm a kettlebell athlete now, so I have to have strength in this position. At the same time, it feels really good to stretch that long head of the triceps and really put in some work for that. But this could be, you can definitely stabilize yourself a little bit more. Some people, depends on their mobility of their shoulder, aren't going to have a really good connection with this. And like I said, it works for me. It's not something I'm going with to failure here. Pretty close. But it's a shorter range of motion where it's nothing but tricep. So here's one of my favorite ones that I really like to do kind of as a finisher. Grab a bunch of heavy battle ropes, you know, if you have 2 inches or bigger, that's great. I think it's about, this is 1.5. But anyway, just take a long one, 50 feet, put it behind you in a pile, take it over, and it doesn't look like much, but you're going to take that 50 feet and just constantly pump. So that left side's holding, my right side's pumping that weight, that rope over, and I can switch it and do the other side. And it is so surprisingly crazy how much of a pump that you're getting with this. Like I said, it's fun as a finisher. See if you can do, you know, 200 feet on each side or something like that. Anyway, so I hope you guys like this, and we'll start making some more of these structural building workouts, bodybuilding workouts. And if you like it, share it, give us a thumbs up. Thank you.